Today, I will explain all the utility blocks you can find in Minecraft, from anvils, barrels, and chests to more complex ones like the Grindstone, Loom, and Smithing Table. We'll no more yapping, grab your popcorn or pizza, and let us begin. Anvil. Let's start with the best, which actually is not the best. We have three variants of it: the normal state / undamaged, chipped, and damaged. To be honest, this block is pretty expensive to do if you have just started playing, since you need 3 full blocks of iron and 4 iron ingots. I know, right? No iron farm, no anvils. But back then, it was even worse. 6 full blocks of iron and 1 iron ingot, don't ask me, blame Notch. But why would you even make one for, well, let me answer this one. Anvil is used to either repair, rename, or enchant items / tools. Let's break each down. You can repair and, let's say, iron axe with some iron ingots, depending on the durability you've lost. You can also rename items. Let's say you want to call your axe and shovel, just put it in, type it in the box, and you are done. And the same can be done if you apply enchantments on the tool, just put that sword in with the sharpness in the next box. Call it Not So Nice Sword, and continue your day. I can't lie, anvils are super useful, but you know which block is more useful? Well, it's surely not Loom, since it's kinda stupid it even exists, but we will get to its secrets a bit later on, and to be honest, you might actually start to use it. And one more thing about the anvil before I move on. Did you know, this is not a job station for any villager? If you didn't know this one, you owe me a subscribe, and if you did, comment when you learned that. I always thought it was for the armorer. Barrel. Oh yeah, now we are talking, not really. But the barrel was added way back in 1.14. That was like 6 years ago, but I needed to make it sound dramatic. A barrel is basically a chest, but with a design touch. The only difference is that it can't connect to other barrels like chests can. And its design is prettier, but more useful. I wouldn't really use those words. The barrel is also used as a job site block for fishermen, who are so-called valid villagers. Not only that, but they are also used to provide bass if placed under a note block. And yet, one more feature with this one, which not many people know about. Before I tell you, if you like this video, I promise you will love the other ones on the channel, so make sure to subscribe and check out other content. As we said, a barrel has one more feature, and that is, if you open or break it in front of a piglin, it will become hostile to you, no matter if you have any gold on yourself or not. I guess they are scared of their loot. Beacon. Beacon is one of the more expensive blocks to craft. I will tell you why in a second. But first, let's get over what the beacon actually does. The beacon is special just because it gives what most other blocks don't, and that is a status effect. Not only can it give you one status effect, but you can get 2 different ones. For a beacon to work, you need some mineral blocks, either netherite, emerald, diamond, iron, or even gold blocks. The only reason why gold is good for this one is that the material under the beacon doesn't matter. You can build up to 4 layers of it, I mean, only those will count. You can build 10 of them if you want to. The first one is made out of 9 blocks, then 25, then 49, and the final layer is made out of 81 blocks. So, for the full beacon, which is 9 by 9, you will spend 164 blocks, which is 2 stacks and 36 blocks, or 1,476 ingots of any kind. Now, let's get to its power. We have 2 types. Primary power, which is for the first 3 layers, and you can use either speed, which increases your walking speed. Haste, which makes you mine faster. Resistance that lowers all incoming damage. Jump boots. As the name says, they increase the jump height and distance. And the final one is strength, which increases melee attack. And then secondary power. You can either get regeneration 1, which regenerates your health, or increase the first power to level 2. The best strategy for this one, depending on your situation, I would always go with speed and regeneration. Or if you don't have an elytra yet, speed and regeneration. My honest opinion on that, I like it, I use it a lot. It's super useful for many things. Brewing Stand. This is the type of block you will definitely need one day. I mean, most likely. The Brewing Stand is used for making potions. The only way to make one potion is by using that. Back then, you could use a cauldron, but not anymore. If you don't want to craft them, don't worry, because they spawn in 3 different locations. An empty one in a village, one that has a splash or weakness in igloo, and the last one in the end ships, which holds 2 instant health 2 potions. But crafting it isn't some scientific knowledge, just get yourself 1 blaze rod and 3 cobblestone. Put it down and use it. Now this is a completely new display for you. Most likely, let's get over it. In the top left, we have a window where you will put your fuel, which is blaze powder. Each piece can brew up to 20 batches of potions, so no worries for that one. Unlike the furnace, the fuel is consumed once the bottles are filled, not after a certain amount of time. Also, each brew takes 20 seconds. In the middle window, you put the ingredient for your potion, and the 3 bottom ones are for bottles, where your potion will go. The best way to describe it is by using it. For this tutorial, we will make a potion of strength. Grab 3 pieces of glass and make 3 bottles of nothing. Now, go to your water source and fill them up. Open the brewing stand, firstly add fuel. Now we need to create an awkward potion, which is made by just adding 1 single nether wart. Once that is done, add 1 blaze powder and that's it. Yep, you created yourself a potion of strength. But no one wants that short 3-minute potion. Let's upgrade it. Put in redstone and it will go from 3 minutes to 8. Put in glowstone dust and it will increase to level 2. Put in gunpowder and it will become a splash potion of strength. Put in dragon's breath and it will create a lingering potion of strength. And that's just how it is for all the potions, so what did you remember? Which one to use to make it longer? Which one to use to make it level up? Which one to use to make it a splash version? Which one to use to make it a lingering one? If you got all of them right, I owe you a like on your comment. Mostly for the brewing stand, that's it, super useful. I personally use it all the time, but I always need to look for tutorials on how to make each potion. Cartography Table. You won't believe it, but the Cartography Table is used for cloning, zooming, and locking maps. Who would have guessed? I know, but it's not only used for that, but also as a job site for a villager, but more on that later on. To make one, you will need to get 4 plans and 2 pieces of paper, put them together, and you have it. Let's take a look and discuss how it works. You will see 2 windows and a big map. Depending on your wishes, you pick what to put in the first frame. If you want to zoom the map, you need to put your original map in the first slot, and in the second you put a piece of paper. And boom, your map is bigger and ready to explore more terrain. Now, if you want to duplicate the map, you put your original map in the first slot, and in the second, you put an empty map. If you don't know how to make one, grab 8 pieces of paper that are made out of sugarcane, put a compass in the middle, and surround it with paper. Isn't it amazing how quickly you can learn something new? We have yet one more feature on this table, and that is to lock the map, which means that no matter what terrain changes you make, they won't appear on the map. I bet you didn't know this much about the table. To be honest, I thought it was completely useless before making this video. Now, let's get to the villagers. The Cartography Table is used as a job site block for one specific villager, which is useful if you are an explorer-type player. The village's name is Cartographer, and this guy is the GOAT for exploring purposes. Starting strong, you can trade paper for emeralds, which is super OP, especially if you have a sugarcane farm, which is simple to do. The next level will sell you an explorer map. Moving to the next level, Journeyman, this level will sell you either the Ocean Explorer map or the Trial Explorer map. And the last level, Master, will sell you a Woodland Explorer map. And that's it for this table. Let me know if you know what it could do. Chest. Oh yeah, the chest is the most useful and known block you will find in the whole game. I know we all know what the chest is all about, but let me tell you, there are some things you didn't know about it at all. Firstly, there are 2 types of chests, the small one and the large one. It's generated with 8 wood planks. Now, let's get to the usage of the chest. There are 3 rows of 9, basically 27 free slots. Out of the chest, you can make 6 different blocks. Cooper chest, 1 chest, 8 copper ingots, which oxidize over time, and its main usage is being a copper golem's friend. If you store an item in the chest, the golem will find the chest that already has this item in it and will put it there. You, the automatic item sorter, on foot. Next up is Hopper. To make it, you need 1 chest and 5 iron ingots. Hoppers are super common in any buildings that produce something. Either an iron farm, a mob farm, or even just a pumpkin farm. They all need one. Hopper allows you to put a chest onto it, and it will transport your items from point A to point B. There is way more to talk about it, but let's move on. Boat with chest. This is just a chest and a boat next to it. And that creates a boat with a chest, which is used for traveling purposes if you don't have your hands on a Shulker Box yet. And the Shulker Box is the next on the list. 1 chest, 2 Shulker shells. This thing is the most useful thing ever added to the entire game. But this one is also on this list, so I will talk about its usefulness a bit later. And last, trapped chest. Tripwire hook and a chest, boom, trapped chest. This chest is used to basically trap players. It looks and acts the same, with only difference being this red dot in the middle representing redstone dust. Opening this chest is the same as pulling the lever. Overall, chest is almost the best on this list, but not as cool as the next one, or the next, or the one after that. Okay, maybe it's not the best, but it's super good and useful. Crafting table. One and only crafting table. Since that's the main thing in Minecraft, I mean, the game's name is Minecraft, let's still keep it a bit tighter so we don't talk about every single recipe there is. We have a 3x3 table UI when you open it, and here is where all the magic happens. The crafting table's little brother is already with you whenever you want it, just press E and you get it, but this one is 2x2. Still, the beginner's job is done. To make one, you need 4 planks. I won't judge if you don't know the recipe for this one. The crafting table's big brother is the crafter, but you will learn more about it later. While a crafting table is only used for crafting, you can also use it to repair different things. For example, your bow is running low on durability. Just put another one next to it and you have it repaired. But remember, it does copy enchantments. This usage is good if you have, for example, a skeleton farm, which drops mostly low durability bows, and you put them together and 4 bows later you get yourself a brand new one. If you place a crafting table under a note block, you get a bass sound. A bit more history about it: when it was first added, it was named Workbench, and that would replace the letter B that would usually take you to that 3x3 menu. To be honest, it's the best and most important utility block ever added. Since there was so much to talk about, I still kept it as short as possible. Enchanting Table. Enchanting Table is yet again one of the best tables ever added, right after the crafting table. How does it work? On a similar level, you kill some mobs for XP, mine lapis, and make one enchanting table and now enchant your items. But how? Well, grab your tool, put it in the first window, and in the second one, put your lapis you mined before. There are 3 levels of enhancements. Depending on your XP level and lapis input, you get the levels for it. It can only enchant items that are not enchanted yet, and those are some tools: pickaxe, shovel, axe, hoe, and fishing rod. All pieces of player armor. Some weapons like sword, spear, bow, crossbow, mace, and trident. If those enchantments aren't enough for you, you can always upgrade the table, but how? Bookshelf, not only one of course, but a few of them should get you somewhere nice, enchantment-like. There are over 40 enchantments in Minecraft, but we have 6 special ones that can't be given from the enchanting table. And those are Mending, which you can get from villager trading, Frostwalker, that can be found only in chest loot, fishing, or trading, and the same goes for Curse of Binding and Vanishing. Soul Speed can only be found in Bastion Remnant, and the last one is Swift Sneak, which can be found in Ancient City. A few enchantments worth mentioning are Efficiency, which makes your axe, shovel, pickaxe, or whichever tool work faster. Looting, which affects how much loot you get, for example, from 8 diamond blocks you just found. Instead of getting 8 diamonds, you can get up to 20 diamonds. Then of course, Mending, the best enchantment by far. You put it on any gear and tool, and it repairs itself when you collect XP, making it infinite. Protection, a super useful gear enchantment. Sharpness is good for swords, then Silk Touch if you want to be called a cheater. Unbreaking, which basically just makes your tools and other gear last longer. Also, some enchantments are not meant to go with others. For example, there are 4 types of protection, with each having their own feature. Well, you can't just slap all 4 on and be unbeatable. Nope, you have a limit here. Besides that, the enchanting table is the GOAT, would rate it 10 out of 10. Furnace. Furnace is here right after crafting table, or if you are planning to not cook or smelt anything, then it's not that important, but considering you're normal, you will use it quite a lot. But let me tell you, there are 2 more furnaces that does the same job. Well, almost. Don't worry if you don't know them yet, we will get over them in just a second. But for now, let's get over the furnace. To craft one, you need to put 8 cobblestones in a crafting table like this. Now place it down and use it. You will see 2 windows. In the first one, you put your item you want to cook or melt, and in the second, put your fuel. Let's get over what you all can cook. So, food first. Raw meat, fish, potatoes, anything edible that needs heat goes in the top slot. You can also smelt ores like iron and gold, turn sand into glass, clay into bricks, and logs into charcoal. Ancient debris goes in here too, but if you are at that point in the game, you probably already know what you are doing. Now, fuel. You can use pretty much anything made of wood, but coal and charcoal are your go-to options. If you want to go all in, a single lava bucket can smelt 100 items, which is one of the better kept secrets for newer players. One more thing worth knowing. Smelting gives you experience points. Not a ton, but it adds up fast if you are running a big operation. And speaking of big operations, this is usually where iron farms and villager trading halls start to make a lot more sense, because at some point you just need a lot of furnaces running at once. The furnace does have one downside though. It's slow. Once you unlock the blast furnace and the smoker, which are coming up shortly, you will mostly use the regular furnace for things neither of them can handle. Still, the furnace has been in the game since the very beginning, and for good reason. It does its job, it does it well, and unlike certain other things Mojang has added, nobody has ever looked at a furnace and wondered why it exists. Grindstone. The Grindstone was added in 1.14, also known as the Village and Pillage update, and it does two things. It repairs items and it removes enchantments. Simple enough, but it's actually more useful than most people give it credit for. To craft one, you need 2 sticks, 1 stone slab, and 2 wooden planks. Place the sticks on either side of the top row with the stone slab in the middle, then put the 2 planks directly below the sticks. That's it. Now, how does it work? Open it up and you'll see 2 input slots on the left and 1 output slot on the right. For repairing, just put 2 of the same item in the input slots. The Grindstone combines their durability and throws in a 5% bonus on top. Nothing crazy, but it gets the job done, and unlike the Anvil, the Grindstone never breaks and has no usage limit, which is honestly more than you can say for a lot of things in this game. The more interesting use is disenchanting. Drop an enchanted item into one of the input slots by itself, and the Grindstone strips off all the enchantments and gives you some experience back in return. Not all of it, somewhere between 50 and 100% depending on what enchantments were on the item, but it's better than just throwing the thing away. One thing to keep in mind though, the Grindstone cannot remove curses. Curse of Binding and Curse of Vanishing stay on the item no matter what, which honestly feels like Mojang's way of making sure you actually feel bad about your mistakes. The Grindstone also serves as the job site block for weaponsmith villagers, so if you're setting up a trading hall and need a weaponsmith, just place one down near an unemployed villager and you're sorted. And here's a fun piece of Minecraft history. Before the Grindstone was added, Mojang's original plan for removing enchantments was a mob called the Great Hunger. It lost the Minecon 2017 mob vote to the Phantom. So next time a Phantom ruins your night, just remember it also took away what could have been one of the coolest mobs ever added to the game. Lectern. On the surface, the Lectern looks like something you would craft, place down once, never touch again, and eventually forget exists. And honestly, for most players, that is exactly what happens. But if you actually know how to use it, the Lectern quietly becomes one of the most useful blocks for mid to late game progression. To craft one, you need 4 wooden slabs and a bookshelf. Place the bookshelf in the center of the crafting grid with 3 slabs along the top and 1 slab below it. That gives you a Lectern. So what does it actually do? Its main function is holding written books, letting multiple players read the same book at the same time. Useful on multiplayer servers, not exactly game-changing in survival. But that is not why you are here. The real reason the Lectern matters is librarian villagers. The Lectern is the librarian's job site block, and librarians sell enchanted books, including mending, which is one of the most valuable enchantments in the entire game. Here is the important part though. If a librarian has not made a trade with you yet, you can break the Lectern, place it back down, and the villager's trades completely reset. You can repeat this as many times as you want until you get the enchantment you are looking for. This is the foundation of basically every librarian trading hall, and it is an absurdly efficient way to get specific enchantments without spending hours at an enchanting table and praying to Notch. There is also a redstone use worth mentioning. A Lectern with a book on it emits a full-strength redstone pulse every time a page is turned. Pair it with a comparator and the signal strength changes depending on which page is open, which opens up some interesting possibilities for redstone contraptions. It is a quiet block. Nobody is out there making Lectern appreciation videos. But for getting mending on every piece of gear without losing your mind, it is essential. Loom. Alright, the Loom. Look, I'll be real with you. If you're a pure survival player, you've probably crafted one of these, looked at it, and never touched it again. And honestly, fair enough. The Loom does one thing, and that's putting patterns on banners. That's the whole block. But if you're into building, or you just don't want your base to look completely bland, this thing is actually pretty handy. Crafting it is simple. 2 planks on the bottom, 2 string on top. Done. It's one of the cheaper utility blocks in the game, which is nice. Open it up and you've got 3 slots. Banner goes in the first, die in the second, and then there's an optional 3rd slot for a banner pattern item. Once the banner is in, a big list of designs shows up and you just pick what you want. Really straightforward. Before the Loom was a thing, you had to manually arrange dies in specific shapes in a crafting table to get patterns, which was annoying and nobody liked it. So this was a genuine improvement. Now, some of the cooler patterns like the Skull Charge or Creeper Charge need specific banner pattern items to unlock, so you won't get everything just from dye alone, but there's still a solid amount of designs available without them. The Loom is also the job site block for shepherd villagers, who sell dyes and wool, which can come in handy if you're ever building something that needs a lot of materials. Is it an important block? Not really, no. Most players will go entire playthroughs without seriously using it. But for what it does, it works well, and getting patterns on banners has never been easier. That's about all there is to say about the Loom. Shulker Box. If you've ever beaten the Ender Dragon, looted an end city, and then stood there wondering how on earth you're getting all this stuff home, the Shulker Box is the answer to that problem. To get one, you need to kill shulkers, those boxy little mobs that stick to the walls of end cities and shoot levitation bullets at you. They don't always drop a shell when you kill them, so bring a looting sword if you can. It makes the whole process way less painful. Once you've got 2 shells, slap them above and below a chest in a crafting table, and you're done. Now, the reason everyone loves these things, when you break a shulker box, everything stays inside it. That's really the whole thing. With a normal chest, you break it and your items go flying everywhere. With a shulker box, you just pick it up and all 27 slots of stuff come with you. It sounds simple because it is, but it genuinely changes how you play the game. You can color them too. Any dye works, so if you actually have your life together, you can have a blue one for building blocks, a red one for gear, whatever system makes sense to you. Where it really gets powerful though is when you pair it with an ender chest. Since your ender chest inventory is personal and accessible from anywhere, you can fill it entirely with shulker boxes. That one ender chest essentially becomes a massive portable storage system that you can bring with you everywhere. It's the kind of thing that sounds a bit complicated at first, but once you set it up, you can't imagine playing without it. One small thing worth knowing: piglins in the Nether will turn hostile if they see you opening or mining a shulker box. So if you're doing any Nether trading, maybe leave the boxes alone until you're somewhere safe. Also, you cannot put a shulker box inside another shulker box. Mojang specifically made sure of that, and honestly fair enough because that would have broken the game completely. Sign. Yeah, it's a sign. You know what it does. You put text on it and other people can read it. Not exactly the most complex block in the game. To make one, you need 6 planks and a stick, and you get 3 signs out of it. Every wood type has its own version, so you can match whatever you're building. There are also hanging signs now, which are a newer thing and honestly look way better in most builds. Those use stripped logs and chains. Once you place one, you've got 4 lines to work with. Pretty limited, but usually enough. You can dye the text whatever color you want, and if you get your hands on a glow ink sac, you can make the text light up so it's readable even in the dark. Pirate one off a glow squid next time you're near water. Wax it with a honeycomb, and nobody can edit it either, which on a server is basically a necessity unless you enjoy strangers rewriting everything you put down. Something that actually surprises people is that signs block water and lava. Like, fully stop the flow. So if you need to hold back a stream without placing a full block somewhere, a sign does the trick. Weird little detail, but it comes in handy more than you'd think. Signs have been in the game since basically the beginning, which makes sense. It's one of those blocks that's just always been there, never really needed fixing, never caused any drama. Kind of rare for Mojang if we're being honest. Simple block. Does what it says on the tin. Literally. Smithing table. So you've spent hours in the Nether, you've found ancient debris, turned it into netherite ingots, and now you need to actually upgrade your gear. That's where the smithing table comes in. Craft one with 2 iron ingots and 4 planks, 2 ingots on top and 4 planks below in a 2x2. Pretty cheap for what it does. Open it up and you've got 3 slots. A smithing template on the left, your diamond tool or armor piece in the middle, and the upgrade material on the right. To go from diamond to netherite, you need a netherite upgrade smithing template, which you can find in bastion remnants, along with a netherite ingot. Stick it all in and you're done. Your gear comes out stronger, and the best part is it keeps all your enchantments, the custom name if you gave it one, and even the durability loss. It doesn't magically repair a half-broken pickaxe, it just makes that half-broken pickaxe a netherite one. And unlike the anvil, the whole thing costs 0 experience. There's also armor trims, which got added more recently. Basically, you can take any armor piece and apply a decorative pattern to it using trim templates found around the world. Different materials give different colors. Lapis goes blue, emerald goes green, quartz goes white, and so on. It's purely cosmetic, but some of the combinations actually look really good. Worth knowing, the smithing table spent a while being completely useless. When it was first added, it literally did nothing except give villagers a job. Mojang added the whole block before figuring out what it was actually for. Classic. It's also the job site block for toolsmiths who sell enchanted diamond axes, pickaxes, and shovels, which is pretty handy if you're building out a trading hall. Stonecutter. If you've ever built a staircase in Minecraft and felt like something was wrong, you were right. When you craft stairs the normal way at a crafting table, you put in 6 full blocks and get 4 stairs back. So every time you make a set of stairs, you're just throwing away stone. Nobody talks about this enough. The Stonecutter fixes that. 1 block in, 1 stair out. No waste, no leftover slabs cluttering up your chests, no doing the math on how many blocks you actually need. It's one of those things where once you start using it, you wonder why you ever did it the other way. To craft one, you just need 3 stone and an iron ingot. Iron ingot in the middle of the top row, 3 stone below it. Super cheap, and you'll probably want one pretty early if you're doing any kind of building. Drop a stone block in and it shows you every possible thing you can make from it. Slabs, stairs, walls, bricks, chiseled versions, all of it. You just pick what you want. It also lets you skip crafting steps that would normally take multiple stages. You can turn a regular stone block straight into chiseled stone bricks in one go, which would take a couple steps at the crafting table. It also works with other stone types: sandstone, prismarine, quartz, deep slate, blackstone, and even copper. Speaking of copper, the Stonecutter is actually ridiculous with it. 1 copper block goes in and you get 4 cut copper blocks out. That's genuinely one of the best material conversions in the game. It's also the job site block for mason villagers who sell various stone and clay related blocks, useful if you need materials in bulk for a big project. Honestly, the Stonecutter is one of the better quality of life blocks Mojang has added. Builders use it constantly, it saves materials, and it makes the whole process of working with stone way less annoying. No complaints here.